Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another live show, Coffee with Mickey. This is my 23rd episode, and thank you for all our viewers out there to keep me motivated to keep coming back again and again with more and more guests every week. Today, we have a very old and famous institute, a college which has been established in Australia for 138 years, Acknowledged Education, also known as Stott's College. Now, Stott's College actually was known as Stott's Business College, but they have been acquired by Acknowledged Education in the past few decades, actually. How many years has it been Acknowledged Education?
Since 1994,
94,
so nearly
so
30 years.
Let me introduce you to our guest from Stott's College, or Acknowledged Education, as we say, Ben Tomecek and Mike. I am really bad at
Carlisle, don't worry. I've been called worse, Mickey. I've been called worse.
Mike Carlisle and Ben Tomecek. Ben is a trainer and a course coordinator for the Diploma of Community Services, which we are going to be discussing about, which is a very popular course, and especially with Stott's College. And Ben takes care of all international student recruitments in Brisbane and all over Australia. They've got quite a few colleges in Australia. I think you guys are pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, we're
Australia.
Across 4 states. So Queensland, Victoria, which is our head office as well. It's very much our home state, where we've got 3 campuses.
Yes.
We also have Perth, which is a vastly growing campus for us, and Sydney as well. We have 2 campuses in Sydney. We opened our second one earlier this year.
Absolutely amazing campuses. I have personally visited most of the campuses in Melbourne and Brisbane, and I was actually amazed to see their cookery classroom and their practical classes where they hold all their cookery sessions. And we will show you more in depth about the cookery courses, and most importantly, the Diploma of Community Services, which is one of my favorite courses at Stott's College. Now, Stott's College is not just Stott's College, it's Acknowledged Education, which has got 4 different colleges under the umbrella, known as Stott's College, Front Cooking School, Melbourne Language Centre, and the last one
Acknowledged Creativity.
Acknowledged Creativity. So 4 of them. They currently enroll more than 5,000 students, international students, mixed up in different colleges that they have, and which is amazing, more than 5,000 students. So if you are not in Australia, and if you might also be in a country outside of Australia and wanting to come to Australia for a bachelor's degree or a diploma course, this might be of interest to you as well. So because they do accept applications from offshore clients anywhere in the world, pretty much.
Pretty much.
They do not discriminate. So you can apply wherever you are. You're more than welcome to give us a call or send us an email. All the contact details are down there. You can contact us, and we'll be more than happy to assist you guys with getting admission into one of their colleges under the umbrella of Acknowledged Education. So moving forward, thank you very much, guys, for taking the time out and joining me here on this live session today. I really appreciate your time, Ben and Mike. Could you possibly tell our viewers a little bit more? I know I've said enough praises about the college, but there's always more to come out of the mouth of the actual recruitment managers and the trainers doing the pretty good job there at Stott's College, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we'll start with Stott's first, I guess, Mickey. It's our biggest brand. It's our biggest kind of faculty that we have as well is community services. We deliver it across all 4 of our campuses, and it specialises in the diploma and also the bachelor course as well. Those 2 programs run in every single one of the campuses. The start dates are on the same dates as well. So if you do need to relocate at any point, if you decide that you want to go from Perth to Brisbane or Sydney to Melbourne, we've got you covered with that as well.
So they don't have to go to another state and start the course again. You can always credit transfer and they hopefully will finish in the same duration of the
Yeah,
time.
it would be exactly the same. So if they're starting, the next intake would be 27th of September.
Yeah.
All of the intakes for all of those courses start on the same day. So they just finish the semester and then transfer at the end of the semester. So
So do you have specific intake dates for all your courses starting?
Yes.
More than a few, I guess.
More than a few. So for the diploma courses, the vocational courses, we have generally 4 per year. So that would be January, April, July, and September.
Okay.
And for higher education, we have generally 3 per year as we teach in the trimester method. So that would be February, May, and September.
So September is the next intake, and if you are offshore, you're not in Australia, then you might be looking at February. Hopefully the borders will open then as well. There's huge talks amongst all the politicians here in Australia that they're planning to open the borders as soon as we hit the 80% vaccination mark, and hopefully we should be able to achieve by the end of this year. What do you reckon?
Hopefully.
What are your guesses?
Yeah.
You had yours this morning,
I had
didn't
mine
you?
this morning.
I've had both my jabs, and everybody in Australia has pretty much been covered as we go gradually and slowly. But hopefully we will reach that target by December, as everybody is saying. So if we do, then there is a good chance that you could be in Australia by end of February, I would say. And is that your next intake available sometime in February?
Yeah, we have end of January for vocational and early February for higher education.
Higher education, so they have got Bachelors of Community Services and Bachelors of Social Work and Bachelors of Business as well?
Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Accounting, and Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality Management.
Wow, that's great, and that's a huge number of higher education courses at Stott College. So they have built up their reputation, and they've been in the industry, as I said, 138 years. That's a long time. We haven't even been here on earth for that long time that college has been in existence. So thank you very much, Mike, for the information about the college. Now we jump onto the courses. We will discuss courses offered at Stott College, starting with community services. So they have Diploma of Community Services leading to a Bachelor's of Community Services. Let me inform you out there that, guys, Stott's College is the only college in Queensland which is accredited by ACWA to deliver the Diploma of Community Service. From this course from Stott's College, you would not require your education or your qualification to be backed up by work experience. In such a program for you assessment as a community worker or disability support worker, automatically you can just apply with ACWA and you can get a skills assessment. Is that correct?
That's correct. The accreditation is a very important part, something we're very proud of in those degrees, because it means that there's a quality to those programs. It makes all the curriculum very, very applied and focused towards those skills assessments, so that people can clear those hurdles and get out into the industry quickly.
Yeah. So we'll
$1,000 total, so that's 10,000, 9,000 in the second.
Yeah, 9,000 in the second year. So $19,000 for the whole course for Diploma of Community Services, and then it could also lead to a Bachelor's of Community Services. Is that correct?
That's correct. There's a pathway there to lead straight from the diploma into the bachelor.
So let me ask you this question, Ben, sorry. I'm getting confused. Mike and Ben. So if you could zoom us in our faces, Lena, that would be great. So we'll be talking about the courses here. So Ben, so what is the job outcome from your Diploma of Community Services?
So the job outcomes for community services are actually quite broad. They tend to be around people and helping professions in general. So they're all centered around servicing community and helping and outreach. So at a micro level, that could be people working in, like you said before, it could be disability services, it could be housing, it could be program development or youth services. Particularly for people coming out of the bachelor program, they might be looking at things at a more macro level and policy development and community development as well.
That's great. So guys, you could be doing a job in the community or social sector, or even the disability sector post this qualification, and it has a pathway towards your PR in the 491 visa category. So it's on the short-term list as advised by my migration agent this morning. We were discussing the same story with him. So there is huge prospects of getting a permanent visa out of this course. So Ben, if somebody takes up a Diploma of Community Services and they want to pursue their education further into a bachelor, or let's say somebody is actually coming to Australia on a bachelor's degree and then they decide to start back on a diploma, can they actually add a bachelor's COE with your diploma, and how much will it cost them?
Yes, that's correct. So it's $1,000 to extend COE, and that fee is not payable until the commencement of that program.
Wow, that's great. So you could be studying a diploma and you could pay an extra $1,000 to grab a COE for a bachelor's degree, and you don't have to pay for your bachelor's till the time you actually finish your diploma. That's really good news. Same goes for international students wanting to study this course from overseas, or is it going to be different for offshore students?
It'd be different for offshore.
So offshore students would have to pay a higher deposit.
Generally speaking, it'd be slightly higher. So normally, including that first term normally. So that might be something in there.
The first semester fee, probably. So if you're offshore, you still have an option to take up a diploma and add a bachelor's degree to your diploma as well. So thank you very much, Ben. And Mike, if you could, enlighten us with your commercial cookery and hospitality courses and the patisserie course, which is a very popular one nowadays. A lot of students have been asking if we've got patisserie courses available, because they haven't seen many colleges out there actually delivering this course.
It's one where I think a lot of people know about cookery, but patisserie is going a little bit under the radar. So we cover everything from a Certificate 3 in entry-level commercial cookery and patisserie, and we actually go right the way up to the Bachelor of Management. So everything in between, Cert 3s, Cert 4s, diplomas, advanced diplomas, getting their own guests to show off what they're making. So it's makes it quite nice for them.
That's amazing. So as I said earlier, guys, I have been to the kitchen where they actually do the practical. It's a huge, massive kitchen. I think it's they are taking care of the COVID distancing rules of 1.5 meters as well in the kitchen. So every student gets their independent gas station, workstation to work on, and so on and so forth. So it was an amazing journey to be there at the campus where Mike actually invited me and gave me a tour of the campus, and that's how I got motivated to bring them here, actually to invite them back to our office and tell us more about their school, the college, and the courses that they offer. So if somebody is interested in a commercial cookery course clubbed within hospitality, which is a 2-year course that leads to obviously a 485 visa, so temporary graduate work visa for 1.5 years if you complete this course from Stott's College or Front Cooking School, as I must say. So what is the kind of money they're looking to spend into this course?
Generally speaking, so for the diploma package, and this would be very similar for cookery or patisserie. You've got your 2 years. You're looking at your first term fees plus your materials plus your enrolment. So you're looking at around just over $3,000 for your deposit for the course, and then you'd pay at the start of each term. You'd pay your next term fees. So you're kind of paying as you go along. And works quite nicely for our students.
So what is the total they end up paying in 2 years?
Over 2 years it's around 18,000 for the Diploma of Hospitality Management.
Included in that fees?
Included within there,
So here you go. So $18,000 for 2 years for Diploma of Hospitality, including Certificate 3 and Certificate 4 in Commercial Cookery, and similar fees for patisserie. So if you want to be a bakery chef or a pastry chef, so you're looking at doing your patisserie course, similar kind of a fees, 2 years course, for around $18,000. And if you want to just do the Certificate 3 course, it will cost you approximately $10,000.
About 10,000, yeah. So just for your Cert 3, so we get some people who just want to do it for skills. They want to know how to bake properly, they want to know how to cook properly. So we get a few students who want to do that as well.
Just to let you know, if you're only doing Certificate 3, you might lead to a skills assessment of a cook. But to be a chef, you must complete your Certificate 4. Along with your Certificate 3 or a Certificate 4 by itself, which will be a longer duration than a Certificate 3 course. And they have multiple options, and their campus is in Fortitude Valley in Brisbane, and they've got campuses in Melbourne, Perth and Sydney.
Yeah, just Melbourne for hospitality. So Brisbane and Melbourne. So we've got Carlton and Brunswick in Melbourne, where we've got kitchens and classrooms, and then Brisbane is our second location.
Beautiful. Before we end the session, we want to discuss about some of your bachelor courses as well that some students might be interested in. I've heard that you have started a Bachelor's of Social Work. Could you tell us a bit about social work? What are the entry requirements? Who can actually join this course? Is there a prerequisite of the units or the subjects they've been studying in the past, or work experience?
Yeah, so social work is really exciting for us.
Yes.
So our first intake will be February 2022. So that's going to be our first social work intake. And social work, it's internationally recognised as a profession. It's a 4-year bachelor from entry. So there are multiple different pathways into the course. So from our Diploma of Community Services, you would enter at the start of the second year. So it would reduce it to 3 years. From our Bachelor of Community Services, it would reduce it down to a 2-year bachelor for social work. So there's multiple different ways. There will be some other relevant studies that students can have, and we can assess credits.
It's a very popular course, especially here in Australia, Bachelor's of Social Work, and I think the entry requirement is 7 in each.
7 in each,
In each. So you have 7 in each, then you are more than welcome to apply for a Bachelor of Social Work, and you could be coming out of high school or your A-levels completed or offshore in any of your home country there, and you could apply directly to get into Bachelor's of Social Work, and you'll come out with a 485 postgraduate temporary visa post this qualification, depending on the location. And the Bachelor of Social Work is actually only delivered in the Melbourne campus. So you're looking at 2 years postgraduate study visa, and there are huge permanent prospects coming out of this course as well. Saga, last but not the least, we would like to discuss about another new course that they've just added, which is a Diploma of Nursing. So.
Yeah, a course that we have, nursing. Actually, we have labs in our Melbourne campus now that we've built.
Okay.
So everything will be all on one site. So they're just awaiting final sign-off from the regulators. But they're all good to go. It's been slightly affected, but it's all kitted out, ready for the inspectors to come and check it out. But it's a 2-year diploma. The entry requirements are 7 as well in IELTS. Or there is PTE, there is TOEFL, there is OET, and you can combine 2 results within a 6-month period as well, as long as it's over that entry requirement. Students have got to have that to start, and that's an AFRA regulation. But it's a really, really good course, gives the outcome of an enrolled nurse, and there's 10 weeks, 400 hours of placement in the course in 4 different chunks. So there's various different settings where placement takes place.
So you take care of those placements for the students? You have got it all organized, so students don't have to go
Don't have to worry about placement on any of our courses. That's something we do as part of the organisation, whether it's community services, nursing, social work, hospitality as well. We cover all of that. We've got multiple staff check-in, particularly within community services. It's heavily regulated, so there are only certain places where we can play.
What the duration of this course for the Diploma of Nursing and the price structure that you have priced it for the international students out there?
So it's a 2-year diploma, and that's structured into 8 terms of different terms taking place there. It's 27,000 in total for the course, and that's split up into each semester again. So just like with with kind of the hospitality courses, you'd pay your deposit, which
Yeah.
would cover your materials fees as well. Materials are a little bit higher for nursing as there's a bit more equipment, and then you'll be paying your instalments each term. So at the start of each term, you just pay your next fees.
That's great. Thank you, Mike. And when is the next intake for Diploma of Nursing for the students willing to enroll into this course?
Yeah, just under 2 weeks to go. So 27th of September is the next vocational intake. And then after that, it's January, end of January, 31st is when that one would be taking place. So plenty of time if they've not got the English yet or not got the test, plenty of time to do that English test.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. If you are out there and you want to ask any questions regarding the session today about nursing, Diploma of Community Service, or any other course, excuse me, please feel free to ask those questions in the comment box below, and we'll be more than happy to answer to your questions. If not today, maybe tomorrow, but someone will reply back to you, or you're more than welcome to send us an email at admin@sirus.com.au, and we will reply back to your email as soon as we can. And I would like to end the session today with a good note that we have learned a little bit about Stott College and Acknowledge Education with their campus locations all over Australia. And if you are interested in any of these courses, or you might want to take a tour of the campus, you're more than welcome to give us a call and we'll arrange a tour, or you can contact the college directly. They'll be more than happy to give you a tour and discuss about your future prospects in any of the courses. And as I said, Ben has been a great asset to the college, and he's been a trainer and a course coordinator for Diploma of Community Services and a Bachelor of Community Services, and he's seen a lot of multicultural admissions lately in this course.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are actually moving towards this course due to the pandemic, and they see there's a lot of need for community workers out there and disability workers. And we see a lot of students are moving towards this, and ACWA accredited course with Stott College is a way forward. So you don't want to be looking at a course which is not accredited by ACA, because you would have to back it up with at least 1 year of work experience before you can get a skills assessment and apply for your permanent visa. So why not get in touch with us, and we'll show you a pathway. We've got a number of migration agents and education agents here at Sirus, and we've got offices in Brisbane, Melbourne, Sri Lanka, and India. So if you are anywhere one of these places, you can visit us, or you can always give us a call and we can arrange a free phone consultation for you, or a Zoom consultation if required, or send us an email, and we'll be more than happy to communicate with you over email as well. So I would like to thank Ben and Mike for coming here today and sharing the views and knowledge with us and our viewers out there, and hopefully we'll catch up next week again with another new guest to give you more information about study options in Australia. Thank you very much, guys, and hope you have a lovely evening and a great week ahead. I'll see you soon next week. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mickey.